Hey folks, it's Bishopheals from these CF Homes and host on Vape TV Live, baby. How you guys doing today, man? Let me tell you, today is gonna be part three, yes, part three, the King of Kings, the battle of the King of Kings, okay, of rebuildable atomizers. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Oh, man, the first couple you've already seen, the immortalizer. Oh, man, that facing off with the Nimbus. Forget about it. Oh, man. Immortalizer. I still get more flavor on my immortalizer. That's unprecedented. Let me tell you. Compared to these two atomizers, they're both great atomizers, but we're looking to crown one king. That's for sure. So between these two, I gotta tell you, Nimbus is gonna have to sit out. As from what I mentioned in my previous vids, Immortalizer is reigning so far, but today we're not gonna talk about the Immortalizer. Today we already did two fresh builds. They're both at zero point 0.4 ohms, just like the Nimbus and the Immortalizer. This one is the Ody drip, baby. Forget about it. So we're gonna do the Ody drip today, and it's gonna be the same way. Ribbon wire, razor edge coils. That's what I call it. That's what I say it is. Forget about it. And on top of that, guess what? I also mounted the E-Baron drip already with razor coils. Forget about it. At the same homage. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up shot here so you can see them up close. See that? 3 wraps, 3 loops, okay, of ribbon wire. Now, there is a middle piece of wick, as you can see, okay, right there. And then a little bit underneath that. Can you see that? There's the other. There it is. There it is. Right there. Right there. Plain simple. You can probably, not my nail, but my ribbons. Forget about it. Right underneath, baby. Forget it. Now, this thing is going to be succulent vape. I know that for a fact. Forget it. It's not the first time I built this. Shit. Forget about it. I'm showing you what this shit can do. Forget about it. That's for sure. So, here we go. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to use 18650 Orbtronics PD2900s. Very easily obtainable from Rob from Fluid Vapor. He still has some, very few left in stock. That's for sure for anybody that's doing these sub-ohms, and they also work on Preveris. But, you know, that's what I'm using for these very, very, very low sub-ohms. I don't use MNKEs anymore. That's for sure. But, I'm using the new stealth cap on this build, okay, from GG. This is brass. That's a floating 510 pin. I'll do a review on that a little bit later, but I'm just still playing with it. But I'm going to put on the Ody drip onto this device, and as you can see, ooh, we got liftoff, baby. Forget about it. Let's see. First things first, I'm going to juice the channels. Just the channels. Alright. Okay. Then what I'm going to do with these wicks, see what I'm doing? I'm going to leave them up. And this is the upper cap for the Ody drip. Okay? That's how it looks. Now, I will drip. I think that should be good enough. Let's see. Wow. Very, very hot vape. It's a very hot vape at 0.4 ohms, baby. Woo! I get very good texture, Very good flavor. Now we're gonna try the E-Baron dripper. Okay. So this is the E-Baron dripper. Let's go close-up mode. There's my ribbon, first ribbon. There's the middle wick. There is a second one, which you can't really see because it's in the CE2 cup. But as you can see, you see the two negative wires? They're twisted, okay, because I got two coils in this. So the other one is underneath on the 510. But the way the negative gets attached is like I have to spin it around the thread and then add this cap to it, and it would actually seal like so. Push the two negative wires in, and as I push it in, so it's in. Now, as you can see, it fires. Okay. Man, dried up. It's hot. Wow, I'm gonna need a drip tip for this one. It's just very, very, very hot. Why not? Very delicious. Okay. Looking at the E-Baron dripper and the Ody. They're both different, okay? They both use, you can use cotton hemp, you can use silica. I was successful in the past to use mesh. But comparing these two atomizers in vapor production, in flavor, because overall, really, I'm looking for flavor, followed by moisture in the vapor production. The more moisture I get that's hitting my tongue, the more flavor I'm going to get, because it feels like you're drinking a glass of that e-juice. Wow. Wow. Now, at 0.4 ohms, I feel that it's warmer. That this is something intriguing, okay? This is 0.4 ohms as you saw. As you see in my other video, this is also 0.4 ohms. Okay, I haven't changed the coil. Safety. This is not as hot as it is here. This is hotter, much hotter at 0.4. I mean, you gotta have heart and lungs to be able to vape off of this Ody drip compared to the immortalizer. Now, being that I want to keep it at the same ohms, to be fair, what I'm getting here is that this is a much warmer vape. Very much warmer vape. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna move the immortalizer and put it on my new stealth cap because maybe it's because my GG is just hitting harder. Jeez, I'm gonna need like some casings for my PVs. Not much of a difference. Not much of a difference compared to this being on my Nemi. Not much of a difference at all. It's same heat. I'm getting the same amount of heat. So apparently, the way this is engineered, the way how Emio designed this one, it's mainly for heat and flavor. But at 0.4 ohms, it is so powerful. It's just extremely, extremely powerful. Extremely powerful. Like, I would have to raise the resistance to possibly 0.6 or 0.7 on the Ody dripper to get the same effect that I'm getting on here at 0.4. Big difference. Huge difference. You know? So at least now we know that for the Ody dripper, being that it's a little bit too powerful, I'm going to have to raise the ohms resistance to like possibly 0.6, 0.7 from 0.4 because it's very hot. I take 3 puffs out of this and it's a very, very, oh Jesus, stay still. Forget about it. Let me add some more juice to it. Wow, it's strong. I need something like 6 milligrams of Nick. Very, very strong. See, I'm actually even blowing in it to cool it off. Wow. It's very, very strong. Now, for the E-Baron dripper, being that I was able to add a drip tip on to help, because it's just, it's the same thing. I'm getting the same issue. It's just as hot. As far as being that I'm comparing this one, E-Baron and Ody, to see between the two, which one is better in taste, vapor production, they both giving me very, 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 very close results in taste and vapor production. However, the assembly is different between the two. I find the assembly on the Ody dripper to be much easier than it is on the E-Baron dripper due to the CE2 cup, the way you have to mount the CE2 cup with the wires inside. But then again, we're not into assembly, we're into vapor production, we're into flavor taste, right? So between these two, man, only one can be king between these two. And looking at it as which one outperforms the other, hands down, it's a very, very difficult, very, very close tie between these two. But I have to give it to the Ody dripper, hands down. The ceramic cup is bigger. It will give me, it gives me more taste compared to the moisture level and the taste that I get on the E-Baron dripper. It's just it's a better vape, a better taste compared to the E-Dripper. That's for sure. So there you have it. So now we have the Ody that has to go up against the Immortalizer. We'll have to see. They both have ceramics. We have to see. And as far as, well, the Trident, well, we have to wait on that, on the fourth part. But for now, we're looking at Ody Dripper, we're looking at the Immortalizer, and then the final video is going to be between Trident, it's going to be Immortalizer, and Ody Dripper. Which of the three reigns? That's for sure. We got to see. It's going to be a tough one, folks. That's for sure. But with that, I'm going to let you go. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Live hard and vape hard, baby. Forget about it.